take an EF5 tornado to cause a deadly event for your family. So we are wanting people to respond to any tornado warning as if it's the worst thing that could happen to that family.
And that was National Weather Service meteorologist Steve Runnels this morning. Those images that you saw are from that catastrophic EF5 tornado that hit Joplin in 2011. We continue Severe Weather Awareness Week today with tornado safety and preparedness. Remember, the Missouri statewide tornado drill is this morning at 10 o'clock. Let's go to Elisa Raffa now, though, to continue that severe weather coverage.
Chilling. Those images and strong words from the National Weather Service this morning are just chilling. And while violent EF5 tornadoes like the one we saw in Joplin are rare, a weak tornado still packs winds over 100 miles per hour and can be deadly. Moisture and warm air create instability or the fuel in the atmosphere for upward winds. Once these upward winds start to spin, we've got a tornado. These tornadoes range in severity, but even the so-called weak ones can uproot trees and flip over cars. That's why whether a tornado warning says radar indicated or observed, it's important to heed every single warning. We
have the ability to detect tornadoes on radar, and that's why a lot of our tornado warnings are going to say radar indicated. Still a potentially deadly event. On the other hand, what Joplin taught us, if we can confirm the threat, storm spotters, or even the Doppler radar itself, we've got some capabilities, but if we confirm the threat, we can tell the public that storm has destroyed an elementary school, overturned mobile homes, uprooted trees, and that conveys a certain greater level of impact, and hopefully people take shelter a whole lot quicker.
Warnings are issued during the event after the National Weather Service heads out to the devastation with wind experts to look at the structures, vegetation, anything that could put together the story. Was it a tornado or straight line winds? How strong were the winds in the tornado? It can mean the difference between damage to shingles and complete destruction of the home. And now the way that we kind of work this damage scale, it's called the EF scale, and it's numbered 0 to 5 as far as intensity. And again, we label it after the event. The National Weather Service goes out and surveys the damage after the tornado to determine the wind speed. The EF scale reads like this. It goes again from 0 to 5, ranging from weak, moderate, significant, severe, devastating, and catastrophic. So what does this actually look like? This is a good visual representation of getting to look at the tornado. A weak tornado, again, still packs winds over 65 miles per hour, and it could do significant damage there. Moderate tornado, EF1, up to 110 mile per hour winds. Again, even though it's the weaker one, we're still looking at shingles being taken apart. Trees can be damaged there as well. Significant EF2 tornado still packs wind well over 100 miles per hour, 111 to 135 miles per hour. And then here's where we start to get the real damage. We've got this EF3 tornado over 136 mile per hour, and then these devastating and catastrophic tornadoes, almost 200 miles per hour. And then this is what Joplin looked like. That was that EF5 catastrophic tornado. Now, again, what I really want to stress today is even the weaker ones can cause damage. We typically see tornadoes in the spring season. March, April, May is when we see the most of them, when all the ingredients come together. But notice we have reported tornadoes nearly every single month. They can happen any time of the year. The rare tornadoes are the violent EF4, EF5s. We do tend to see more of the weaker or moderate ones, the EF0s through EF2s and 3s. But look, we still report fatalities and injuries with an EF0, with an EF1, with an EF2. The Joplin tornado did injure and kill over 1,000 people. So again, the violent ones can take a lot of lives as well. But even the smaller tornadoes can take lives. So what do we do? When there's a tornado warning, you seek shelter inside a sturdy building, get to the lowest interior room, go to a basement, go to a closet, things like that. You can even put a helmet on the kids. Stay away from windows and evacuate mobile homes. You do not want to be anywhere near a mobile home or where any debris could fly. Now, my colleague Daniel Shed is live in a tornado shelter this morning to show you exactly how to keep your family safe in the event of a tornado. Remember, you can practice this today. The statewide drill in Missouri is at 10 a.m. Daniel, where are you?
Well, Lisa, good morning. We're at Nixa Junior High. You mentioned the Joplin tornado. Joplin actually changed a lot of ways in the way that we prepared for tornadoes, and a lot of that has to go with schools. Zach Rance with Nixa Public Schools joins us now. Exactly how did that Joplin tornado change the way that schools prepare for tornadoes?
I really think that was the first time we saw footage inside of a school during a tornado. And so we saw all the debris that went down the hallways. And so that really caused us to get our kids out of the hallways here in Nixa and in interior classrooms, because those were fine when the tornado hit or had less damage. And then we really took a concerted effort to try to get FEMA safe rooms in as many schools as possible. So we have 4 public FEMA safe rooms here in Nixa for our students to go into, and the community as well.
Perfect, Zach. Thank you so much. By the way, those 4 public FEMA safe rooms available to the public. So if you're sitting at home and say, well, I don't have a storm shelter in my home, a place like this, or in your community, definitely a good place to look. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Daniel Shedd, Elisa Raffa, keeping you safe for when that tornado season is getting set to hit. Stay with us, guys. We have Daybreak in 10 coming up next.